Ever wondered what makes life truly fulfilling after 70? Picture a future where you release the weights of the past and step into a vibrant, liberated existence. In this video, we uncover 9 powerful life shifts that can transform your golden years. Discover the freedom of letting go, whether it's shedding the fear of others' judgments or choosing joy every day. Each insight is a stepping stone toward living with intention, clarity, and deep peace. Stay with us until the end for practical advice and actionable steps designed to enrich your journey. Together, let's embrace a lighter, more authentic way of living. If you haven't subscribed yet, just do it and hit that button and turning on notifications. Your support helps us share these valuable lessons with more people. If this video resonates with you, show some love by liking and sharing. And if this topic speaks to your heart, drop a 1 in the comments and share your thoughts. We're always eager to hear how we can improve and bring you even better content. Number 1, redefining goals, embracing what matters most. As life unfolds, our aspirations naturally shift. The ambitions that once fueled our days may no longer reflect who we've become. Growth brings clarity, revealing priorities we might have overlooked in younger years. This is the perfect moment to pause and ask meaningful questions. What sparks genuine joy? What offers true fulfillment? Exploring these answers helps us uncover what truly deserves our energy in this chapter of life. Redefining goals is not a sign of surrender, it's a mark of wisdom. It's an intentional act of realignment, ensuring our pursuits reflect our current values and passions. Letting go of outdated objectives is not failure, it's freedom. It allows us to redirect our focus toward what resonates deeply, honoring the person we are today rather than clinging to the expectations of the past. This process creates space for new beginnings. By releasing what no longer serves us, we welcome opportunities we may have overlooked. It's a chance to embrace experiences that align with our evolving perspectives. From cultivating meaningful relationships to exploring untapped interests, life becomes richer when we let go of rigid goals and open ourselves to possibility. True success is often redefined along this journey. It's no longer measured by external symbols like wealth or accolades. Instead, it's about finding peace within, cherishing small moments, and nurturing connections with those who matter most. This shift in perspective allows us to live more authentically, valuing presence over perfection and simplicity over complexity. Every stage of life offers its own unique opportunities for growth and discovery. Redefining our goals empowers us to live with intention, focusing on what brings joy and balance. It's not about abandoning ambition, but about evolving with purpose. This mindset frees us to embrace a life of meaning, one filled with gratitude, harmony, and unshakable contentment. Number 2, releasing the burden of material possessions. With time, we realize that happiness isn't hidden in objects, but woven into moments. Yet much of life revolves around accumulating. More gadgets, more clothes, more decor, always more. Each new possession promises fulfillment, but the satisfaction is fleeting, like sand slipping through our fingers. Initially, these items may symbolize success or comfort. A new car, a larger home, or the latest device can bring brief excitement. But slowly, the roles reverse. What we once owned begins to own us. The weight of maintenance, storage, and attachment becomes a silent burden. Think back to your most joyful moments. Were they tied to something you bought? Probably not. True joy lives in laughter with friends, quiet walks, shared meals, and personal triumphs. These priceless experiences outshine any material gain. Memories don't reside in things, they live within us. Entering our later years offers a perfect chance for reflection. Do we really need everything we've accumulated? How many possessions gather dust, kept out of habit or nostalgia? While some hold sentimental value, The essence of those memories isn't in the object itself. It's in the stories we carry. Imagine the freedom of letting go. Decluttering isn't just about physical space. It's about clearing mental and emotional clutter too. Releasing unnecessary possessions creates room for new adventures and meaningful connections. Each item we shed lightens the invisible load we carry. Right now, think about one item in your home you haven't used in months. Consider its purpose. Does it still serve you, or does it occupy space without adding value? Set it aside. Reflect on whether someone else might benefit from it more than you do. Each morning, choose one small area to declutter. It could be a drawer, a shelf, or a corner of your closet. Remove anything that doesn't bring joy or usefulness. Take just 10 minutes. Small steps build powerful habits. Before buying anything new, pause and ask yourself 3 questions. Do I truly need this? Will it add lasting value? Is there something I can let go of in exchange? Mindful purchasing helps prevent clutter from creeping back in. Set a one-in, one-out rule. For every new item you bring into your home, let go of another. This keeps possessions in balance and encourages thoughtful decisions. It's not about deprivation, it's about intention. Create a donation box and keep it visible. Whenever you come across something you no longer need, place it there. Once full, give it away. Helping others can make letting go easier and more rewarding. Reflect each evening on moments, not things. Write down one non-material experience that made you smile during the day. This simple practice shifts focus from possessions to memories, reinforcing what truly enriches life. Start with one item. Feel the release. Notice the newfound space, physically and emotionally. With every step, freedom grows. Simplifying isn't about losing. It's about focusing on what truly enriches our lives. In letting go, we reclaim what matters most. Number 3, embracing the power of saying no to unnecessary social obligations. How often do we find ourselves at gatherings, longing for the comfort of solitude instead of the clamor of small talk? This familiar scenario reflects a common struggle, balancing personal well-being with societal expectations. We attend out of duty, politeness, or the fear of letting someone down, ignoring our inner voice that yearns for something different. Throughout much of life, we often say yes by default. We conform to the rhythm of invitations and expectations, believing it's the only way to nurture relationships. Yet, as time shapes our perspectives, we begin to understand the importance of our own needs. Prioritizing them isn't selfish. It's necessary for a balanced, fulfilling life. Imagine the quiet satisfaction of declining an event that doesn't resonate, trading it for the comfort of your favorite book, a peaceful walk, or simply an evening of stillness. This choice isn't an act of rejection. It's a way of honoring yourself and creating space for the things that genuinely bring joy. It's a profound shift from obligation to intention. When we say no to what drains us, we create room to be fully present in what uplifts us. Energy becomes a finite currency that we spend wisely, reserving it for connections and moments that bring true meaning. In doing so, we deepen our relationships by showing up authentically and wholeheartedly where it matters most. For example, in the workplace, it's common for colleagues or clients to request unplanned meetings or assistance, even when your schedule is already packed. In such situations, it's important to respectfully decline while proposing an alternative. For instance, you might say, "My schedule is full today, but I'd be happy to meet tomorrow if that works." This response keeps the door open for collaboration without compromising your current commitments. Social invitations can sometimes feel overwhelming, especially when they don't align with your interests or energy levels. When friends invite you to an activity you're not comfortable with, like karaoke or a late-night outing, politely decline while encouraging them to enjoy themselves. A thoughtful response like, "You guys have fun. I'll sit this one out," but let's catch up later shows you appreciate their invitation without feeling pressured to join. Financial requests can also be challenging to navigate. If a friend or family member asks for a loan you're not in a position to provide, it's best to respond honestly while offering moral support. For example, you could say, "I'm sorry, but I can't lend money right now. I hope you find the help you need." This approach communicates care without overextending yourself financially. Professional networking events or voluntary commitments may also require a firm but polite refusal. If you're invited to a gathering that doesn't align with your schedule or goals, express your gratitude while declining. You might say, "Thank you for the invitation, but I won't be able to attend. Let's connect another time to catch up." Similarly, if you're asked to volunteer for a project and you're already overextended, a response like, "I'd love to help, but I'm overcommit right now. Please let me know if there's a smaller way I can contribute," maintains goodwill while setting boundaries. Sometimes, even casual requests from neighbors or friends can be inconvenient. If someone asks for a favor, such as borrowing an item or getting a ride, and it's not feasible for you, a polite response like, "I'm sorry, but I can't help right now. Let me know if another time works," ensures clarity without strain. Offering an alternative, such as suggesting another resource or person, can soften the refusal. Work-related demands, like staying late unexpectedly, can be tricky to handle. If you're asked to extend your hours but have prior commitments, it's essential to respond respectfully yet firmly. Saying, "I'd love to help, but I have commitments after work today. Let's plan this earlier next time," demonstrates a willingness to contribute within reasonable boundaries. This balance protects your time while showing you value the team's needs. Salespeople or pushy acquaintances might try to pressure you into purchases or decisions you're not ready for. A simple but clear response like, "Thank you, but I'm not interested right now," or "I appreciate the offer, but I'll need to think about it," firmly establishes your position without unnecessary conflict. These examples illustrate how to say no with confidence and grace in various situations, ensuring your needs and boundaries are respected while maintaining positive relationships. Consider the social commitments in your calendar. Which ones feel like a burden? Which align with your values and aspirations? Taking a moment to reflect can illuminate the boundaries worth setting to safeguard your mental and emotional energy. Saying no doesn't mean shutting doors. It means opening the right ones. It's an act of self-respect and clarity, guiding us to a life where peace outweighs obligation and purpose replaces guilt. Each thoughtful refusal is a step toward creating a rhythm of life that resonates with who we truly are. Number 4. Celebrating authentic beauty. Laura stood in front of her bathroom mirror, the early morning light casting soft shadows on her face. She noticed the faint lines near her eyes and the silver strands woven into her dark hair. For a moment, she hesitated. When did these appear? She thought, her fingers brushing against the delicate creases. Was beauty slipping away from her? Years ago, Laura had a different relationship with the mirror. In her 20s, she spent hours perfecting her makeup and styling her hair, chasing an image she thought the world wanted to see. Compliments about her appearance made her feel validated, but there was always an underlying anxiety, an unspoken fear of losing it. She equated beauty with perfection and perfection with worth. Life, however, had a way of teaching her what really mattered. Over the years, she built a career she loved, nurtured lifelong friendships, and raised a family. Every wrinkle etched on her face told a story. The laugh lines from evenings spent with loved ones, the furrowed brow from navigating tough decisions, and the crow's feet from countless moments of joy. Each gray hair marked a season of growth, wisdom, and perseverance. One afternoon, Laura's daughter, Emma, ran into the kitchen holding a crayon drawing. "Look, Mommy, it's you," she said proudly. Laura glanced at the picture. Emma had drawn her with big eyes, a bright smile, and a few lines on her face. "You're the prettiest, just like this," Emma said. Laura felt a lump rise in her throat. Her daughter didn't see the flaws she sometimes fixated on. She saw love, warmth, and strength. That moment changed everything. Laura began to see herself through Emma's eyes, valuing the kindness in her smile and the strength behind her gaze. She no longer saw the mirror as a source of criticism, but as a reflection of a life well lived. The marks of age became a badge of honor, a testament to her resilience and growth. The world often tells us that beauty belongs to the young and flawless. These narrow ideals overshadow the deeper, richer aspects of what it truly means to be beautiful. But we hold the power to redefine beauty in ways that honor our unique experiences and individuality. Each wrinkle and strand of gray hair is a testament to a life well lived. They are not flaws but badges of courage, resilience, and growth. These marks of time tell stories of laughter, challenges overcome, and the wisdom we've gathered along the way. Now Laura faces each day with a renewed sense of confidence. Her beauty isn't defined by makeup or a perfect hairstyle, but by the way she carries herself, with grace, compassion, and self-acceptance. She discovered that true beauty comes from within and radiates through how we touch the lives of others. Laura's story reminds us that beauty isn't something to be preserved or perfected. It's something to be embraced as we grow, evolving alongside our journey. When we shift our perspective, we find a beauty that's not only timeless but uniquely ours. True beauty flows from within. It's reflected in the compassion we extend to others, the inner strength we carry through trials, and the confidence that comes from embracing our authentic selves. These qualities shine brighter than any external perfection ever could. Imagine standing before a mirror, not with a critical gaze, but with eyes that celebrate the person looking back. Each line and curve is a chapter of a remarkable story. By shifting our perspective, we begin to see beauty not as something to chase, but as something we already embody. When we break free from society's rigid expectations, we unlock a liberating truth. Beauty isn't confined to youth or symmetry. It grows and evolves, taking on new forms as we move through life. It's timeless, deeply personal, and uniquely ours. Let us celebrate the beauty found in kindness, resilience, and self-assurance. These are the qualities that leave lasting impressions and inspire those around us. They are the essence of who we are, shining far beyond the surface. Number 5. Reevaluating activities that no longer bring joy. As time passes, we all develop habits and routines. Some of them nurture our well-being, while others gradually become burdens. These activities, once cherished, can evolve into tasks we dread. It's natural to outgrow certain pastimes, especially as we age. The wisdom gained over the years gives us the ability to pause and reconsider how we spend our days. Over time, we accumulate a variety of activities that once sparked joy. However, the reality is that not everything we once enjoyed remains fulfilling. What once felt like an exciting adventure can eventually feel like an obligation. At some point, we must ask ourselves, what activities are no longer contributing to our happiness or growth? Letting go of these outdated routines creates an opportunity to embrace new passions that align with who we are today. For many, life after 70 can feel like a time to slow down. But it doesn't have to be a time of winding down. Rather, it's an opportunity to reignite our inner spark. It's about rediscovering what makes us feel alive and giving ourselves the permission to embrace new adventures. Whether it's picking up a hobby we've long forgotten or trying something completely new, there's always room for new experiences that bring joy. Reevaluating our daily activities requires reflection. Take a moment to think about your current routines. Which ones bring genuine fulfillment, and which ones have simply become automatic? Often, we continue with certain habits out of obligation, not because they truly serve us anymore. By thoughtfully reassessing how we spend our time, we open ourselves up to greater happiness and a sense of purpose. Letting go is an act of liberation. When we release activities that no longer align with our values or interests, we create space for things that truly matter. This can be an empowering process, as it invites us to live more intentionally. And in that space, we can invite new experiences that bring more meaning and satisfaction. We can also start conversations with others about this shift, reflecting on what we've chosen to leave behind and what we've discovered in its place can be powerful. Maybe it's a new hobby, a renewed interest in an old passion, or simply more time to focus on relationships. By sharing these stories, we inspire one another to embrace change, find joy, and live more authentically. So, we invite you to think about your own journey. What activities have you let go of recently? And what new joys have you uncovered in their place? Share your thoughts with us in the comments below. Your experiences might just be the spark someone else needs to reimagine their own life and make room for something better. Number 6. Cutting ties with toxic relationships. Our lives are shaped by the relationships we build. The right connections uplift us, bringing joy, comfort, and a deep sense of belonging. They enrich our existence, providing the emotional support we need to thrive. However, not all relationships serve us positively. Some can weigh us down, leaving us drained, disheartened, or even feeling unworthy. There are times when we hold on to connections that only sap our energy and self-esteem. Perhaps it's a friend who constantly radiates negativity, or a family member who critiques every move we make. These relationships are not just exhausting, they can be harmful. We find ourselves giving more than we receive, losing a part of ourselves in the process. Over time, these toxic bonds can erode our happiness and mental well-being. As we grow older, especially after the age of 70, it becomes essential to evaluate the people in our lives. With limited time ahead, we must choose to prioritize relationships that add value, rather than those that deplete us. Reflect on the people around you. Who makes you feel loved, seen, and supported? Who consistently brings joy and positivity? And on the other hand, who leaves you feeling drained or unappreciated? Letting go of toxic relationships is not an act of selfishness, it's an act of self-care. It's about creating the space we deserve to experience peace, joy, and emotional well-being. We are entitled to surround ourselves with people who nurture our growth and help us shine, not those who dim our light. Time is precious, and it's crucial to invest it in relationships that fuel our spirit rather than diminish it. Imagine a life where you are surrounded by those who celebrate your successes, encourage your dreams, and stand by you through challenges. This is the power of choosing the right relationships. It's a step toward emotional freedom, a gift to yourself, and an essential aspect of living a fulfilled life. Number 7. The freedom in letting go. Comparison is a quiet thief, creeping into our minds and robbing us of contentment. It tempts us to measure our worth against others, sowing seeds of doubt and dissatisfaction. In chasing someone else's definition of success, we overlook the value of our own path. As time unfolds, we come to understand a profound truth. No two lives are the same. The journey of another can never diminish the significance of our own. Wealth, status, or recognition might shine brightly, but they are not the only markers of a life well lived. Fulfillment lies in experiences, personal growth, and the love we give and receive. Our lives tell stories no one else can replicate. The lines etched on our faces, the moments of joy, and even the struggles we endure shape a narrative that belongs solely to us. When we stop comparing, we embrace the richness of our individuality. Every success, however small it may seem, becomes a triumph worth celebrating. Shifting focus inward reveals the treasures already within our reach. Gratitude replaces envy, and self-acceptance blossoms. What once seemed insignificant gains new meaning: a smile shared, a dream pursued, or a lesson learned. Each step forward strengthens our sense of purpose and affirms that we are enough as we are. Number 8. Letting go of the weight of others' opinions. Throughout life, the opinions of others often feel like invisible chains binding our true selves. They weigh us down, suffocate our individuality, and dim the vibrant light within. From our first steps, we're conditioned to seek approval. We're encouraged to fit into molds carefully crafted by family, friends, and society. Expectations loom large, shaping us into versions of ourselves we think the world wants to see. The obedient child, the dependable friend, the successful professional. Each role a performance. But what if we paused and asked, why am I carrying this burden? What if we released ourselves from the grip of external validation? By the time we reach the later stages of life, we've endured enough victories and setbacks to uncover a profound truth. No one else's opinion defines our worth. We've weathered storms, faced countless criticisms, and sacrificed moments of joy to fear. Reflect on those instances you held back, dreams postponed by the fear of judgment. How many passions were abandoned for the comfort of acceptance? Age brings clarity. Opinions are just echoes, background noise in the symphony of our lives. They hold no power unless we grant it. Imagine the liberation of waking up every day and making choices rooted in authenticity, not approval. Letting go isn't about disregard. It's about rediscovery. Shedding this weight means reclaiming our voice and reconnecting with our essence. It's a profound act of self-respect in a world that often whispers, "You're not enough." Our uncle, Mike, always seemed larger than life. A talented musician, brilliant storyteller, and natural leader, he had an energy that filled any room. But beneath the charisma, we later discovered, was a man who spent years imprisoned by the weight of others' opinions. As a child, Mike loved music. He'd play his guitar in the attic for hours, lost in melodies he created. His dream was to perform, to share his music with the world. But our grandparents had other plans. They wanted him to follow a respectable path: engineering, a steady career, financial stability, recognition from family and society. Music, they believed, was just a hobby. So Mike buried his dreams. He went to college, earned his degree, and took a corporate job. On paper, he was successful. Promotions rolled in, and so did praise from friends and relatives. Yet, behind closed doors, something was missing. The spark in his eyes dimmed. His laughter felt hollow. Years passed, and the pressure grew heavier. Mike became what others wanted: the dutiful son, the reliable employee, the model citizen. But inside, he felt like a ghost, disconnected from the vibrant spirit he once was. The guitar gathered dust in the attic, a silent reminder of dreams abandoned. Everything changed one evening. At a family gathering, someone brought up his old music days. For the first time in years, he picked up that dusty guitar and played. The room fell silent. His fingers danced across the strings, and something clicked. When he finished, there was no applause, just a deep, collective silence. And then tears. In that moment, Mike made a choice. He quit his job a month later, sold his house, and started performing at small venues. Many called him reckless. Some said he was throwing his life away. But Mike didn't care anymore. For the first time, he was free. His journey wasn't easy. He faced doubts, financial struggles, and constant judgment. But his music grew richer, his spirit brighter. Slowly, he built a new life, one that was true to him. He taught music, performed across the country, and inspired countless others to follow their passions. Mike taught us a powerful lesson. The weight of others' opinions had almost crushed him, but letting go brought him back to life. He showed us that true freedom lies in authenticity. The world will always have expectations, but we don't have to carry them. In his final years, Uncle Mike would often say, "I lost a decade to fear, but I gained a lifetime of joy." His story reminds us, the opinions of others are just noise. Our real selves are worth more than any applause or criticism. Letting go isn't easy, but like Uncle Mike's music, it's worth it. This journey is deeply personal, yet universal. How has freeing yourself from others' opinions transformed your path? Share your story in the comments. Your courage might inspire someone else to break free. The world may be heavy with judgment, but freedom lies in letting go. Embrace the lightness. It's empowering, it's transformative, and it's yours to claim.